Hey guys, we're back with JS Golden, and today I'm going to be just talking with wrestlers probably, and I'm going to walk in here and I see Matt Silks here with Coach Klinger.
Klinger right here. He has all types of music out. He's a bodybuilder. He's got a big show coming up. He DJ'd Summerfest 21.
Might be some new things here too. I got to tell you about.
Oh man, I mean, you guys are finding out when I find out. But yeah, how are you doing, man?
Pretty good, you?
We're doing okay. Still healing up from Saturday.
So what did you guys think about the show?
What do I think about the show? I don't know, Johnny. You were a little bit more of a spectator when it comes to it. So what would you say?
I mean, I think the show went rather well. I mean, the fans were obviously loyal. I mean, could have asked for a better crowd. And I mean, not only that, I mean, the people that were involved in the show. I mean, they gave it their all. It was a nerve-wracking day. I mean, obviously, it was a big day for HWF, for everybody. I mean, we had a full house. I mean, it was just great entertainment, great storyline, just you name it. Like, it was all there. All the elements were there. And I mean, if we're wondering, like, you know, if there's anything that we could change, well, I'll tell you what I think that we could change. Well, for starters, we had that packed house. Let's make it fuller.
Yeah.
Let's make it fuller. Let's make it fuller. That's the goal for, you know, HWF. You know, show that
Pack the house.
Yeah, pack the house. Show that wrestling's, you know, back. You know, in Lewistown.
Yeah, big time. I mean, right off, you know, what John said, you know, it's harder to give yourself compliments. It's easier to tear apart your performances, tear apart the overall feel running of the show. But like John said, I mean, we could pack the house, you know, deeper. But that goes to show that guys like me and him are like very, very hard to please when it comes to that type of thing. We have an expectation, and it's getting that expectation. You know, we got to the dance. There's a couple of people there dancing. We just want to make sure that we can have a prom. If you see what I'm saying here,
Yeah.
we want it to be bigger. But overall, I thought that you know, it was good. I thought we could have had a little bit more production, and I think that we could have been a little bit more ready for that. That's on me. I think that we could have had more advertisements, you know, telling the people what they were at. But besides stuff like that, you know, like we had the ring. You know, that's all that you need for a wrestling event. The ring, good wrestlers, had the fans, and to know that we were one of the very first big shows that had that many fans in a while in this area in over a year because of the pandemic, that was huge itself. So, you know, setting a standard, changing the ages, changing the prices, doing all that stuff, that to me is my way of giving back. And I took it up to 8, and now I'm thinking about taking it up to 10. I was 10 years old when I fell in love with pro wrestling. So I think that, you know, a kid is starting to develop his mind around that age, and I think we can get them in for free. So that's the next step that I'm going to try to take, and you know, contributing to HWF. But myself personally, and the spot that I was in, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I could blame it on many things. I could, but it, you know, that's making excuses and stuff like that. Coach Klinger and I, you know, we worked really hard to get that opportunity, and then when we got the opportunity, I'm not going to lie, I could have worked a little harder after finding out. Maybe I was celebrating a little bit too early. You know what I mean? And that
You're a little comfortable.
yes, that's something that happens to athletes. That does. But to me, I think that the next time that I get in there, I'm not going to have the cloud hanging over my head. Can I trust these people or not? I found out that I can, but they didn't do anything wrong. What they did was they made themselves a good business decision, and I applaud them for that. But at the same time, what they did is they pissed me off. That was my first match back, and they did what they did in front of my hometown crowd. Let's just say the next time around when I step in the ring with Riot City, it's not going to be like that. I'll tell you that much. And something else on a personal level, I suffered 3 broken ribs before the show. So I was able to get in there and still operate on a level that I was somewhat happy with. I would like to get a little bit more in there, but what can I say? I'm rusty. You can train all you want, but Nick's been on the road and he's been going tight. So to me, I think I did what I could do with the hand that I was dealt, you know what I mean? But at the same time, that says that I need to get better at training. I need to spend more time in the gym. I need to operate more on a higher level, you know? But other than that, I thought HWF was a great show. It was a great comeback story. I mean, what a story. Those stories can't be written. You know, they were real. It really was a real thing, you know what I mean? John, he had scratched something off his bucket list, you know, singing the national anthem in front of that packed house. You know, we told the bell 10 times for Chip. We did all these things. But I think we can do more. And I think that we can do more to get those people in those seats.
Not only that, I need a little bit more leeway because I don't feel like I had enough leeway in that show because I wasn't allowed to come help my boy out. And you know, that bothered me. I'm standing there and I mean, I'm sure
Was
you
that
all...
decided the day of the show?
What?
Was it decided the day
Yes,
of the show?
it was. It was decided the day of the show. And originally, like I said, I was going to If Any Funny Business because didn't I warn you? I
did.
warned you.
Months ago.
I knew
Months ago.
something fishy was going on because, you know, I just go with my instincts. But, you know, I know you guys seen me screaming, you know, out on the side right there.
I
'Cause
heard you too.
I was, you know, because I was furious and I had to stand there because if I didn't stand there, guess
Could have
what?
been leased from your contract.
Yep, I'd be no longer his coach. And that's what I had to do.
It's worth it to see me get my ass kicked. I mean, to be let go for being the coach, that's even bigger. So, to me, I'm glad that you did what you did. I had to go in there and take it on the chin like a man. But the next time, I know that they're traveling in numbers like so, I won't be the only one, if you get what I'm saying, that's going to be standing in that ring. I'm not going to be stupid enough to let it happen again. But at the same time, let me throw a little bit of shade elsewhere. Mad Max comes to HWF. He was my booking. I brought him here. It's no secret. What's he do? He joins Riot City. It was supposed to be a tag team title match. It turned out to be best of 3 that I just heard of. Best of 3 that they have to go again and then one more time if they want to go and win the tag team championships. Well, hooray on you. But what Max did is he got in the ring after the match and he picked 200 pounds up and dumped them straight on my dome. And when I think about that, it infuriates me because I still feel it. I can still remember looking upside down and seeing those people, and that's a feeling that you don't want to know, folks. It's not.
I mean, they call him Mad Max.
They called him Mad
reason?
Max for a reason. The man gave me a pile driver in front of 200 people. And guess what, Max? The next time, you're not going to be able to pull the trigger so easy. I know what you're about now. Welcome to HWF. I keep hearing about all this stuff of welcome to Riot City. Well, TRK and Coach Klinger right here, we're telling you, welcome to Lewistown.
Thank you guys. It's
Money. It really was. We're not doing it for a minute. You're very good. What'd you think, Jace?